Paypolitan is a fintech company that is really taking advantage of some of the big trends that we're seeing both in finance and in technology. And with me is the founder of Paypolitan, Nils Tharandt Ortiz. And welcome, Nils. Great to have you here.
Thank you, Jane, for inviting me.
So interesting that your background is a lawyer, but you somehow got involved in blockchain. So explain how all that happened.
Well, actually, I popped into blockchain by accident. That was back in January 2012, almost 9 years ago. My associate at that time, we had a venture. It was a bit like a French Craigslist. He said, "Hey, Niels, we have to buy Bitcoin." And I said, "Bit what?" And I never heard about Bitcoin in January 2012. I said, "Yeah, I have a seat. I explain it to you." He explained it to me. And I told him, "I'm sorry, but that sounds a bit shady to me. I didn't get it really. So I have $50 here. I pay you lunch." My associate at that time, he took the $50 and bought Bitcoin. That was what BTC was $6 at that time, which he sold in November 17. So you made a very nice return on investment.
Oh yeah, that was when we hit our last record high. It was late 2017.
But at least we had a good lunch on my expenses, and it stayed on my mind. So I kept an eye on that, and then over the years, I own a telecommunications operator in France that is doing micropayments, so premium rate numbers and SMS for TV channels, and I'm pretty much involved with payment solutions for those customers. And then I had a closer look later at blockchain technology. And then I finally found out the margins with payment solutions are decreasing. You make less and less money because others, they wanna have more profit. And then I understood that with blockchain, as it is decentralized, you cut out all those intermediaries who grab a part of the cake. So, and then was born the idea of Paypolitan.
Okay. Well, I mean, we could talk about a lot of things, especially the history and all the way back in 2012. So that's it was really early on in the Bitcoin days and the blockchain days. So you came up with a blockchain product, right? So tell me about that. Yeah. Why did you finally decide to have the product?
At the beginning, we looked, so what can blockchain do to us? Maybe 4 years ago, the first projects popped up with crypto payments, but honestly, that's a niche market. Who is using crypto to buy something? Did you ever buy something with crypto?
No. I don't think so. Yeah.
I did it maybe 3 times, and it's really, you have really want to do it. If you don't have the willingness, you simply will fail.
Yeah.
Said, okay, this is rather niche market, but this decentralized technology, that is something that is increasing security. And then I had the idea, okay, why do we simply adopt this blockchain technology to traditional transactions, payments with money? And this is how we developed Paypolitan. So how does it work? It works a bit like an Apple Pay. It's an application. Instead of putting your credit card, you put your bank account number. And then with the bank account number, when you want to pay in the supermarket with your smartphone, so you take the smartphone and the phone is a chip called the NFC chip. You put it close to the payment terminal and it's communicating with a terminal. So if you want to pay at a grocery store $15, it says, hey, Jane, you pay $15. And then we go into your bank account through open banking APIs. And then we check, do you have $15 to pay the grocery store? And if so, we block this $15 and it goes into as a smart contract into the blockchain, and we initialize the payment from your existing bank account to the merchant's bank account. So that is, it looks very easy, but it adds a security layer that is simply tremendous.
Now, what is the open banking part of this? Can you explain that?
Yeah, open banking is a very nice thing in Europe. It's based on the so-called PSD2 directive. That's a European directive. European directive is a European law done by the European Union that is valid in all the member states. A part of Europe, we have open banking policies in different countries, like many Asian countries do have that, Australia, New Zealand, the Emirates. That means as a fintech, you can access users' existing bank accounts and proceed to transactions.
Now, would you say this is a B2C, like a business to consumer, or a business to business play, or both?
So we have two approaches. Of course, the product itself, it's B2C. So it's for the end customer, for the consumer. Then we have a second part for the merchant, because when you say payment, the merchant could also receive the direct payment instead of his bank or with a credit card terminal. And last but not least, we focus on white label solutions.
Yeah.
So with our solution as a white label solution, we keep a little fraction for us, but the main part of the commission fee is going into the pocket of the mobile carrier. So we are generating a new source of revenue. And at least over here in Europe, all the mobile carriers, the big ones, are looking for new solutions, and they're all looking into mobile banking.
Okay.
And it's good because the mobile carriers, they know the customer. They know exactly who of their customers do have a smartphone. Second, they know their customers, they have the phone numbers. So if you do a push as a mobile carrier, that is very easy. You will get a pop-up message here whenever you turn on in the morning. Hey, did you know we have now a new mobile payment solution? And you don't have to change your bank, because payment is always a question of trust. You will not trust to a company you never heard of. But if this is simply a generator who is centralizing your different bank accounts or payment tools you do have, that makes sense to the consumer. There, the consumer will say, yeah, why not?
So what are your plans for 2021 for Paypolitan?
So 2021 will be a very challenging year. This year was already a challenge with the global situation. But it was a good year for us. We closed this year with a successful listing on a decentralized exchange. And beginning of 21, we will list our token on a major Hong Kong-based exchange, crypto exchange.
I tell you, it's a very interesting time to be a participant and an observer in this industry, because it just feels like it's exciting, and there's really a lot of potential. So thank you so much, Nils, for joining us. I look forward to getting updates from you.
Thank you very much.